Newsx का
Hello and welcome. You're watching Newsx and I'm Shivani Singh. Various videos have showed thick black smoke in the sky after a gas pipeline leaked at a well in Andhra Pradesh's Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konaseema district, managed by the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation's production contractor Deep Industries Limited, which sparked a fire on Monday. The oil well is located in Irusumanda village of Konaseema's Razole area. The incident occurred while repair works were underway using a work-over rig after the well had temporarily halted production. During the repairs, a powerful blowout released a massive volume of gas mixed with crude oil, which shot high into the air. Local officials said that the leaked gas soon caught fire, with flames erupting at the site, alarming both villagers and authorities. Thick clouds of gas and smoke spread across Irusumanda and the surrounding areas like a dense fog. Visuals from the spot indicate the intensity of the blaze, underlining the seriousness of the situation. The incident occurred at the Mori 5 oil well in the Rajole area around 12:20 p.m. on January 5th, when a pipeline leak led to the release of a gas. The gas ignited about 20 minutes later, triggering a major blaze at the site. Authorities evacuated Irusumanda, Guddapalli and Lakavaram villages, which are located within a 4-kilometer radius of the well. According to the ONGC, around 600 people were shifted to safer locations and 2 schools were closed as a precautionary measure. The Mori 5 well is operated by Deep Industries Limited, an Ahmedabad-based oil and gas services company working on behalf of the ONGC. The firm secured a Rs 1,402 crore contract in 2024 to enhance production at ONGC's Rajmundra asset. Now, preliminary information suggests that production at the well had been temporarily halted for repairs. During the process, a sudden explosion occurred, causing gas and crude oil to gush out under pressure. The escaping gas soon caught fire, resulting in towering flames near the well. As a precaution, the district administration appealed to residents to switch off electrical appliances, avoid using gas stoves, and refrain from using electronic devices. These announcements were made through loudspeakers in the nearby areas. The intensity of the flames from the Mori 5 oil and gas well blowout near Irusumanda village in Malikapuram mandal of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konaseema district has slightly abated on Tuesday morning, a day after the incident occurred. Officials said that the height of the flames has visibly reduced compared to Monday. According to NGC officials, around 23% of the flame intensity has come down, as oil and gas pressure is gradually getting exhausted. However, the blowout continued for the second consecutive day on Tuesday, and the fire has been burning continuously for nearly 20 hours. Joining us live on the broadcast is my colleague Naresh Akenna with more on this. Naresh, what is the situation on day 2 of this blaze? We are getting reports that it's still continuing to burn over there. There is still a massive fire. But what is the on-ground situation? Give us the latest updates.
Yes, Shivani, the ONGC blowout that caused unrest in the Konaseema still not under control. Yesterday, the flames are rise to right height of nearly more feet of 100 feet, and however, compared to yesterday, the intensity of the flames seems to have decreased slightly. The ONGC personnel are working on hard to bring the fire under control. The ONGC blowout is in Iskumanda in Malikapuram mandal. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konaseema district is still under control. However, the intensity of the flames appears to have decreased somewhat. ONGC personnel are continuously carrying out the water for umbrella process using the firefighting stop the root system, and the noise has decreased compared to yesterday. Along with the flames and black smoke is spreading due to the intense heat on the flames, and it was impossible to get close yesterday. And the situation improved slightly the morning, allowing officials to get closer to the fire. Officials expect the experts are situation improving to the future by the by afternoon also. And due to the blowout, approximately 550 people have taken shelter to the relief centers, and officials have made all necessary arrangements to ensure that those who are relief centers and do not any difficulties in electrical, the electricity has been restored the villages of Viskumanda, Lakkavaram, and Gubbalapalem and Chittapalli and Batalanka villages. Nearly these 6 villages are evacuated by the local disaster management authorities, and nearly they are taking the precautions. ONGC officials also saying one thing only: we are taking the precautions. No, nothing is happened like that. Yesterday, the nearly 100 feet over the height of the flames are rose to the high. That's why they are taking the preliminary precautions, and now the totally flames are under control, and nearly 6 villages are evacuated by the officials also, Shuman.
Right, Naresh, I'd request you to please stay on with us. Meanwhile, let's in fact take a look at the sequence of events in terms of the ONGC oil fire and what exactly happened there. So let's take you through what happened and how it happened exactly. We'll give you a bit by bit analysis of what exactly happened during the ONGC oil well fire. So this is the area, you can see it's near the coast. This is the area where the ONGC oil well Mori 5 is located, and this major fire broke out during the re-drilling operations at Konaseema, Andhra Pradesh. So this fire actually occurred when they were trying to re-drill, and this operation was currently underway over there. And those visuals on your screens, the incident occurred at 12:20 p.m. on Monday during the production enhancement work. So what they were exactly doing, they were production enhancement work was currently ongoing, and it broke out at 12:20 p.m. The well, which was previously abandoned, was reactivated by ONGC's contractor Deep Industries. So this was in fact done by a contractor, Deep Industries, and this was the re-drilling work was undertaken by them. This well had been previously abandoned, and the technical teams were performing perforation activities at the depth of 2.7 kilometers. So they were performing these operations at a depth of 2.7 kilometers, and then there was a sudden surge in pressure when they were doing these drilling operations that led to the blowout of a gas and crude oil mixture. So when they were doing the operations at 2.7 kilometers deep, there was a mixture of gas and crude oil which actually blew out due to a sudden pressure, and repair works were underway using a work-over rig after the well had temporarily halted production. So since we've talked about how the well had temporarily halted production, the repair work was being done using a work-over rig, and a powerful blowout then released this massive volume of gas that was mixed with crude oil. Since this was mixed with crude oil, you can look at the height of these flames, very huge flames, and from about a kilometer as well you could see those thick black smoke that was in the area, and crude oil and gas reportedly gushed out with massive force accompanied by loud explosions. So since this mixture had crude oil, it had gas, they were accompanied by massive explosions. People could hear them in the neighboring areas, and you can obviously look at the enormity of this entire fire. The leaked gas soon caught fire with flames erupting at the site. So this gas soon caught fire after about 10 minutes, and look at those visuals. These are aerial visuals that we are getting for you. This usually is an abandoned area for 400 to 500 meters. There is usually no human habitation, and this is an aerial view that we are getting for you. So flames shooting over 100 feet into the air blanketed parts of Razole town. So these flames 100 feet into the air, you can look at the enormous scale, and then this was part of the Razole town area, and this forced hundreds of residents to flee their homes. So obviously in the 4 to 5 kilometer radius area there were homes, and those people had to flee because of the enormity. 100 feet into the air the flames actually were erupting. 3 to 4 nearby villages were also evacuated as a precaution. So authorities, when they came to know, they evacuated nearby villages as well. No deaths or injuries have been reported. So this is of utmost importance, that till now no deaths or injuries have been reported. And drilling rig, the logging tools and heavy vehicles have been completely, however, destroyed. Since there were operations currently underway, production enhancement operations over there, all the equipment over there have unfortunately been lost to the fire. And locals reported nearly 500 coconut trees as well being burnt because of this massive fire. You could see on your screens 100 feet into the air, and the extensive damage to crops and aquaculture as well. So obviously extensive damage to the crops over there in that area and aquaculture because of those flames. The oil well is located in Irusumanda village of Konaseema's Rosole area. So you can see, look at those fields as well nearby, which is near the incident, the site of the incident, and hence even crops were destroyed as we have mentioned earlier. The well is located on an insulated layer estimated to hold 30 to 40 million tons of reserves. So imagine 30 to 40 million tons of reserve, and that is why when they were drilling 2.7 meters into the ground, there was a massive sudden pressure that actually released some of this gas and oil mixture. Over 600 residents, about 300 families from Irusumanda and neighboring villages were shifted to relief camps. So authorities swung into action immediately, evacuated these people and shifted them to relief camps as well. So right now, in fact, let me go across to my colleague Naresh Akhanna, who is giving us the latest updates. Naresh, take us through the details. We just took the viewers through the timeline of events. Obviously 100 feet into the air, the flames were blazing. The people have been shifted over there, Naresh.
Yes, Shivani. Yesterday, it's afternoon 12:25 p.m. It's happened. Panic situation starts from the 12 to 25 p.m. Still now, the total 6 villages, the Irusumanda, Lakavaram, and Gobalapalam and Chintapalli and Batalanka. These villages are near to the happened situation, and they are still in panicking situation. They are shifted to relief centers, but their villages are in the near of the fires, because we can see in the visuals what happening nearly about the 100 feet of the fire is exploding from there. This is definitely, we can say, this is the highest blowing area in the ONGC. This is the biggest accidents also, because in Andhra Pradesh, the recent days within the span of 2 to 3 years only, because in Visakhapatnam district, near to Anakapalli, that's a pharma industry is there. In pharma industry, also same gas leakage is there. In that also nearly 12 plus members are dead in that incident. After that, we can say another pharma industry also is there. And in Konaseema district, the last 20 years ago also one incident happened. In that incident also nearly the Konaseema district is no more, we can say these words, because that explosion is that's so much. And now the same ONGC explosion, which is a blowout from that area, is totally Irusumanda is a village. Near of 3,000 people are affecting since this yesterday afternoon. Now ONGC personnel are working hard to bring the fire under control, but the situation is controlling, but the fire is blowing out completely, and we can say the completion of blowout that caused unrest in Konaseema still are now under control. But yesterday flames are rose high to nearly 100 feet. Now it's decreasing, but we can say we saw the aerial view of the causing what the place is Konaseema district, what happened in the ONGC. The fire blow out the like everything, because it's likely if nearly 500 plus what trees is there, nearly of coconut trees, they are completely smashed out because of the fire. The fire extension is the highly production in that, and ONGC personnel working on it, but no, but little bit perception is there. But ONGC blowout is fired at Irusumanda, Mandal, Dagbera district under control now. However, the intensity of the flames are appear to have decreased somewhat, but ONGC person continuously carrying the water in umbrella process. We can say from what they are carrying the water umbrella process, and some side they are using the four sides of the process. Some two sides are they are using the foam also, because in the disaster management and officials and fire safety officials are participating in this operation. The fire safety officers using the foam to control the spreading area. What heat is very heavy much. That's why they use it to control the fire of heat, and the control of heat is they are using foams. After that they are using the umbrella attack from the water, like for fire jets also they are using. But the noise of gas decreased compared to the yesterday. Along with the flames, the black smoke is also spreading nearly hundreds of kilometers. The spread is seeing, we can say in the area the spread is the black smoke is very highly is coming, and the situation is improving slightly this morning and afternoon also. Nearly from the 2 o'clock also it's normal, but officials are allowing one by one to close the fire, because they have to take the safety measures, and that officials are also saying that improve situation is improving from the afternoon, but they are saying within the 24 hours completely it will off. But near villages what they have in nearly 6 villages, people people are very panicking, because from the yesterday itself they are in shelters.
Right,
Relief
Naresh,
shelters,
I'll request you to stay on with us. We have some more inputs on the story. A fire triggered by a gas leak at an oil and natural gas corporation well in Andhra Pradesh, Konaseema region has been burning for more than 24 hours. No injuries or deaths have been reported so far, and the incident, however, has caused anxiety among residents of nearby villages. People are being asked to stay away from the area as firefighting and safety operations continue. As of Tuesday, the fire had not been fully extinguished. Officials said that the situation is under constant watch and technical teams are assessing the cause of the leak. The area around the well has been restricted as a precaution, and authorities reiterated that there have been no casualties, a fact confirmed by both ONGC and local officials. Further details are awaited as containment efforts continue. So, Naresh, when we are looking at the latest updates that's coming in from the ground, we are seeing that authorities are trying to contain the fire. That's their first priority. However, the situation is a little bit tricky. It's a little difficult to contain such a massive fire.
Shivani, definitely it's a difficult time to say if it is safe or not in the operation, because officials are also doing their work, and from the yesterday itself already the local first of all the official Tahsildar went to the spot, and they informed to the disaster management officials and fire safety officials also. And they are doing the controlling to ONGC blowout area, which is located nearly 150 to 200 kilometers. What they have the time limit, they went to near the spot, and completely they're closing the what the radius, which type of the ONGC gas blowouts in the area, which is limit they have already they closed the limit of the extension limit, and completely they rescue they took the rescue operation nearly 6 mandals which have the Tirsu mandal. They like villages also. The villages are nearly thousands of people. They evacuated that places, and they don't already officially announcement, they gave announcement no fire equipment in to use it in these premises, because if they got already the smoke and the gas, ONGC gas also spreads through the villages in the houses also, because if they used any electrical items or any flaming items, definitely it will cause a more effective than what happened now.
Right, Naresh, stay on with us. In fact, we have some more inputs regarding the intensity of the blaze, the intensity of the flames from the Mori 5 oil and well gas blowout near Irusamanda village in Malikipuram Mandal of Dr. Ambedkar's Konaseema district has slightly abated on Tuesday morning, a day after the incident occurred. Officials said that the height of the flames had visibly reduced compared to Monday, and according to ONGC officials, around 23% of the flame intensity has come down as oil and gas pressure is gradually getting exhausted. However, the blowout continued for the second consecutive day on Tuesday. The fire has been burning continuously for nearly 20 hours now. So, Naresh, when we look at the intensity of the blaze, the ONGC officials are stating that around 23% of the flame intensity has reduced, and they are also saying that the pressure that actually made this entire blowout, the pressure of the oil and the gas, that has also reduced significantly.
Yes, the official states that nearly 20%, as you said, right, and they are doing their work also, but they're using the new methods to control the fire, because already the container, what the ONGC limit the bulk of gases they have nearly cubic meters, they are counting its bulk, they have a lot of storage. That's why this type of accident happened. That totally the ONGC officials already they came from the other state officials also, senior officials also came. They are examining what happened and there and how much time to take completely reduce this flame blowout, because if they are not controlling that blowout, definitely it will affect the Konaseema district very muchly, because we can say the Konaseema is a green leaf for the Andhra Pradesh, and we contains
Right, Naresh. In fact, stay on with us. We have some more inputs to strengthen the response. ONGC has initiated coordination with international well control specialists, including arrangements for advanced operations such as casing and cutting. Additional equipment is being mobilized from nearby locations, including Narsapuram and Rustumbada in West Godavari district. Senior management and technical experts are closely monitoring developments. An expert crisis management team from Delhi arrived this morning as well. This team will lead the well control operation. Firefighters have created a water umbrella to make the temperatures cool down in the area. This keeps the mouth of the well cool and prevents the fire from spreading to nearby coconut groves or aqua ponds. So, Naresh, now we are seeing that the administration is doing its work in full swing. There are teams that have been flown in from New Delhi as well. There are equipment that they are bringing in from the nearby districts, and they are also making arrangements for international well control specialists.
Shivani, definitely they need international specialists only, because the blowout area is contains 150 kilometers radius, which is can affect these gas line which we have. The ONGC officials states that only one thing, the blowout area we covered the radius, which is nearly 150 kilometers radius of Konaseema district. That is Lakvaram and remaining village. We have the 6 villages, and they are saying one thing, the technical word they are using. The firefighters who they are working, they are doing is a technical word of umbrella fighting, because they are using the water water flow with umbrella fight, because they have to cover all the heat controlling, and also they have to control the gas leakage also, and they have to control the heat and the blowing area of total radius. And they are using, not only they are using umbrella technique, they are using also foam technique, because when the normal fire accidents happen, normal things when they happen, they will use the foam security agency, because they will
Naresh, stay on with us. In fact, at least 600 people have now been evacuated from the 3 villages Irusamanda, Lakavaram and Godapalli within 1 kilometer radius as part of the safety evacuation process which is ongoing right now to cap the well, in which the blowout of natural gas was reported on January 5 in this village in Konaseema district. The district administration has also imposed a strict no-go zone within a 1 kilometer radius of the well. Around 600 people or 300 families from Irusamunda and surrounding villages have been evacuated to relief camps. Loudspeakers are warning people within a 5 kilometer radius not to use electrical appliances, gas stoves or light any fires, as there is a possibility of flammable gas in the air. Schools in the area have been closed for the next 48 hours. District Collector R. Mahesh Kumar visited the site and inspected all preparations. He stated that there is an insulated layer beneath the well which holds an estimated 30 to 40 million tons of reserves. If the pressure does not subside by noon, mechanical capping will be considered. This could take several days. So, Naresh, obviously a lot of precaution has been implemented by the authorities over there. Schools have been closed, people have been asked not to light fires or use electrical appliances over there. The district administration is saying that if they do not control the fire by today, they will look at mechanical capping as well.
Yes, Shivani, they are taking that they are seeing also to control the these flow blowout, and they needed some time because already 24 hours completed. They are asking about the 48 hours regarding the blowout area is very high, and the ONGC contains lot of raw material in that because and the gas is also very explosive. They coming, and first of all, when the firefighters are entering to the radius which is located to the Lakavaram village and the remaining villages are there in ONGC limited what they have the limit of radius, and they are entering in that, and they are saying only one thing: the firefighters need some radius of working area which is nearly evacuated places, nearly 6 villages we have, and in that the firefighters are saying if the fire controls the slightly, definitely we will work on it, and no, completely they are saying only the ONGC place take place in totally nearly 6 villages or Lakavaram Mandal and the Konaseema district we have, and nearly from the yesterday
Right.
12:25.
All right. Thank you so much, Naresh, for all those updates on that story. We are shifting our focus now towards Uttar Pradesh, where the Uttar Pradesh Chief Election Officer Navdeep Rinwa has spoken on the SIR.